Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to bring to you the University of Western Ontario versus the University of Toronto in the Northern CSL Season 5 Division. I have no idea what I just witnessed with those Zerg drones. Okay, I need to get back on track now. So there was University of Western Ontario versus University of Toronto in the CSL Season 5 Northern Division semifinals. And oh, no gold on the NASL Season 3. No, this is actually just a regular good old-fashioned expansion with small... I don't agree with only the 3 patches when you can just knock down the rocks and get to the back, but I guess there's that whole argument of coming around the backside over here, going straight into the third for the theoretical gold. Anyways, I just can't seem to get on track today. It seems like we do have SlaineD as the purple Protoss, aka Long Do, playing for University of Toronto. And playing as the yellow Zerg, we have the TheHH, aka David Hakim, playing for University of Western Ontario. So it does look like we are going to see a very, very fast expand. I don't agree with the gateway first. I really would like to see the forge just because of the cannon, but just judging by the incredible size of this opening, I suppose the gateway would also be okay. So the Overlord Scout does see that there is no nexus there. It did go a little bit far. I believe the Overlord only has to go to about this patch of flowers to see that there is a nexus. So it did go just a little far, and now we do have the Scout going down very, very late. Spawning pool, pause. Nothing now really, sorry, no more pausing. So it does look like the HH was having a little bit of computer trouble or something. But yeah, there it is. There's another cannon, so there's probably going to be a forge going down on the other side, and then maybe a cannon in the middle. So standard opening, no cheese. I don't quite agree with the placement of this spawning pool. Just because if there is a drop or maybe a pylon on the low ground, Zealots can be warped up and just snipe it almost instantly. That's going to be the first thing they try to target. But I guess then there's also the argument that because the Zealots would target that, they won't be going straight for the mineral line, which will give your units more time to respond, and you can just run your drones out of position. And if I were to lose any tech building, I would like to lose the spawning pool if I had to lose anything, because typically I like roaches, infestors, mutalisks, hydras, you know, relatively standard stuff. So we do see one Zealot is on its way across the map, and yes, there is the forge. So just like I was talking about, we're probably going to see some cannons in the back there. So we do have a forward pylon going down. I don't know if there is any warp. There is no cyber core, so probably actually going to see some cannon pressure along with some very, very early Zealot pressure. So we have Spinecrawler in production. This Zealot is going to have to be careful not to get surrounded. Some excellent micro going down. Oh, attacking the wrong thing, attacking the neutral supply depot. I don't agree with that. The Zealot does need to be careful. There are a lot more Zerglings currently out on the field. Let's see. You can look at all these units' health bars, and the Zealot, first one is about to go down. The second one does need to be microed. It is being microed very, very carefully, doing lots and lots of damage, but I think it will go down just at the last second. Let's see. More and more Zerglings are in production. These 2 cannons look like they are about to finish. The Queen now on her way. The Spinecrawler is finished pulling all the drones to see if they can get these cannons. It looks like we might have a very, very fast Game 1 going to University of Toronto, depending on the damage these 2 Zealots, the Zealots and Zerglings, Zealots and Cannons can do. This Zealot is now rocking out at 2 kills. Those Zerglings are just unable to bring it down. There go both of the probes, so there will no longer be any more production of cannons, but this hatchery is taking tons of damage. It does look like the hatch is going to go down. 12 Zerglings now in production. A big end all to try to see if the HH can survive this, but losing this hatchery is huge. SlaineD does need to drop his own nexus if he wants to secure that economic advantage. These drones are now getting in along with the Zerglings to see if they can save the hatch. The Spinecrawler coming down to plant. So much damage is being done by this. Another Zealot is in. It does look like this cannon will go down, and the HH manages to hold, but how much does he lose? Actually very even. 4 workers to 4 workers, so as far as income, the HH is at an advantage because he does have those that extra base, whereas SlaineD is only just now starting his. We do see a cannon in production, but the Zerglings are on their way across the middle of the map. I don't know if the cannon is in time, but there is the cyber to complete the wall off. I don't know, actually, if the Zerglings will be able to sneak in through the opening over here. No, it does not look like they will. Actually, maybe No, I think he's thinking the same thing I am. So we do see another cannon is now going down. This pylon actually taking a lot of damage. If this pylon goes down, it will cease power for the forge and this cannon. So, oh, and there is a gateway behind it, just sort of to complete the wall and prevent anything else. This probe looks like it is holding off the wall. This gateway is getting dangerously low. Oh, it's close. Oh my goodness. Oh, the gateway does go down and the Zerglings do run in. Wow, that was close. The cannon is canceled. We do need to see another pylon go down. The Zerglings now, 4 Zerglings, not going to be able to do that much. Meanwhile, if we take a look at the HH, he is at only 13, 15 workers, so he has been behind in the meantime because he had to spend that larva on the Zerglings to try to get the damage done. And here come the Zerglings now trying to see if they can take out this Nexus, but there is a Zealot being chrono boosted, and once that Zealot gets out, it'll be able to effectively end this Zergling harass. These Zerglings are locked into the base. There's the Zealot. HH needs to micro. He needs to keep those Zerglings alive for as long as possible and just keep his opponent on his toes while he continues to macro up. The main is not mining anything. Let's see if these Zerglings drones are going to go here. Yes, they are going to go to the main, and it does look like the HH is going to try to take a very fast third to try to get back in macro, and both players are even in terms of workers. So we do have a scout from the Zerglings now running around just trying to see what they can do. I don't know why this probe is also following. A Zealot is now running out across the map, see if it can do anything, maybe just take map vision. Warp Gate along with +1 weapons. So after that very, very early pressure with the cannons, it does look like we are going to transition into a standard late game, but it's difficult to call anything standard when what normally happens at 4 minutes is now happening at 9 minutes. So definitely very, very interesting, very aggressive play already from SlaineD for University of Toronto. Meanwhile, the HH from University of Western Ontario managed to hold relatively well. He did not lose that much except time. So now it does look like both players are macroing up. Standard mid-game stuff. We see some creep being spread, some more and more drones being produced. Warp Gate and +1 weapons. I already talked about this. You guys don't need to listen to me talk about what I've already talked about. It does look like we only have 2 guys in each of these gases. Actually only 1 guy in this gas, so I'm not sure if SlaineD is just not paying attention or if he's distracted by something. But we do have a Robo producing, where is that Robo? There it is, Robo producing a Warp Prism. So it does look like we are going to see some more harass go down. Tons and tons of drones being produced for the HH. He's doing everything he can to try to get back in. The quick third going down. So yeah, there is no gas taken. There is gas. And now a Roach Warren just in production. So very, very standard. I don't agree with the HH looking like he's going to be taking this destructible rock expansion, the theoretical quote-unquote gold. Well, the Zergling did see the Warp Prism. The question is, did the HH actually, was he watching that Zergling? I don't think he was. There is no vision, so this Warp Prism with 4 Zealots is just gonna drop right into the main and do a lot of damage. The Zerglings they don't have speed, so they will have to run all the way back. We do see a Spinecrawler and an Evo. Let's see, the Spinecrawlers are at the front. So, here it is. Here come the Warp Prism dropping the 4 Zealots. They are going to snipe the Queen first, so there goes the Spawn Larva ability. Now run into the drone line along with going into Warp mode, so they are going to spawn even more Zealots, up to 7 now. Or is that 8? I can't count. And they are going to snipe the Roach Warren. Oh, that's huge. That's going to set the HH back so much. Let's see if they're going to get it. Yeah, it does look like they are. 1 Roach has spawned, 2 now, but with the Zerglings, I don't think it's going to be enough. Meanwhile, SlaineD is spawning more and more units, more Zealots and Stalkers now, just building his army inside of his opponent's main. +1 is finished, +1 armor is on the way. Speed for Zerglings is just about to finish. It does finish, but there are no longer any buildings that will allow the HH to build units, aka Roach Warren, Speedling, Spawning Pool, and really the SlaineD is committing so much to this attack. He really wants to get this done. I'm not sure what that Spinecrawler is doing, just give moral support by waggling around, and now the Spinecrawlers are getting in doing tons of damage, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. So many units have been warped in by SlaineD. It does look like they are going to just take game number 1 right away with some super, super early aggression. Spawning Pool just now. There it is. The GG from the HH. Tried to get a little bit too greedy with the macro. So game number 1 does go to University of Toronto with some very excellent aggressive early play. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in game number 2.